Hi, welcome to Flip That Nickel, where we're gonna flip that nickel, which means get it done, get your life together. We're gonna do it. We're gonna talk about regrets. So there's two types of regrets, and we're gonna have two different strategies to approach them. Type number one is you regret something that you did. This is a thing some people say, like, I don't have any regrets. I never did anything that I regret. Well, okay, great. I think a lot of us that are being honest with ourselves do regret some of the decisions that we make because it had consequences that were unforeseen, that might have caused a lot of stress in the long run. An example of my own life is I did start a business. I thought I was being strategic about it, and I was, but I didn't have enough stable income to survive that, and I was in a very high cost of living place like New York. So quickly I started to feel the financial burn, and I found a job, and I'm going to continue that, but I'm going to continue it under a stable force. So that is something that I regret because I did have to dip into some funds that I didn't want to dip into. I regret the decision. So, but here's the thing though, is I did take a chance on myself. I'm proud of myself for taking a chance on myself and believing that I could, even if it was a little foolish, but that's okay. Sometimes I leap before I look. And when I do that, I can regret that thing. But at the same time, that impulse to just go for it is an impulse that a lot of people don't have. So in some sense, it's easier to learn to look. If you're a leaper before you look, it's a little easier to then just learn how to look before you leap. Then I think the other way around. So look, I regret it, but I'm learning from it, so I don't regret it that much. And I also am learning a lot in processing it. The second part is passive regret. This is what hurts the most. They say people that are 60, 70, 80, they don't regret the decisions that they made, they regret the decisions that they didn't make. They regret not, you're not going to regret missing another day of work. You are going to regret missing your son's baseball game, right? Those are the kind of regrets we're talking about, where you didn't decide to do something, in a sense, and you kept the status quo. The status quo is whatever your status quo is. It could be financial stress. You're in a lot of financial stress. It could be you hate your job. So let's go with the job. So let's say you hate your job. Every day, you're deciding to continue working there. Now, I know some of you are saying, no, you don't understand. I need this job to pay the bills. Sure, but are you looking for jobs outside? In one job that I hated, on my lunch break, I was looking for other jobs, right? And I got home, and I looked for other jobs too. So you go home, what do you do? And here's the thing with passive decision making. There's some things that, okay, granted, you can't just quit your job, and some people do. I don't recommend that, just quitting your job and then trying to put out a lot of resumes. You should keep your job, find another job in your free time. Now, your free time is another passive decision that you're making. We are all subject to our habits that we have built, and there's some habits that come easier, and I call those weed habits, and other habits that are harder, and I call those flower habits. A weed habit is watching television. It's so easy to just pop on the television, right? Another weed habit is social media, or YouTube, or Reddit browsing, a lot of internet stuff, going out drinking. It's just kind of like, a lot of it's like coping. You're so stressed, you just want to release all that stress and go do something relaxing and whatnot. But a lot of these decisions actually aren't relaxing. Anything on the computer is stimulating. It's not relaxing. Same thing with television. It's stimulating you. It is robbing your attention. You are now focused on this thing, so you're just like passively consuming. So those kinds of decisions. Now, say that every day you watched one fewer episode of television and used those 30 minutes to write a book. I guarantee you that within 3 months, you will have a first draft of a novel. I can basically guarantee that. As if you're doing that every day, that's going to happen. So there's a cost of there's an opportunity cost with free time that you need to think about. There are better ways to spend your time, and if you don't actively take control of your free time, your life is going to be more chaotic. What do you think about that? Is that coming on too strong? I'm speaking very passionately, very strongly in this one. Put your comments below. What are your thoughts on all this? What do you think, especially what do you think about the use of free time? I'm very big on you should use your free time wisely. Anyways, that is your flip the nickel video for the day. I hope to see you in the comments section. And if you like this video, subscribe and see you next time.